Welcome back, viewers. This is South Speaks. The topic of the day comes from Tamil Nadu. 7 murders in about a month, 3 of them in the last 24 hours, has really shaken things up there. The Stalin government in Tamil Nadu is now finding it tough to defend the conspicuous rise in the murders, especially those involving political leaders. 3 murders, viewers, in the last 24 hours involving politicians has really rocked the state, raising significant concerns about the state's law and order situation. AIADMK worker Padmanabhan brutally attacked to death. This was by 5 members and this was in Kadalur. Meanwhile, BJP worker Selva Kumar similarly attacked, killed in Sivaganga. And then you have Jackson, the husband of Congress councillor Usha Rani, fatally assaulted by 6 men in Kanyakumari. This follows, of course, a spate of similar attacks on Netas not very long ago. Despite these alarming incidents, viewers, the ruling DMK has dismissed any sort of law and order concerns by comparing Tamil Nadu to states like UP and Bihar, attributing these murders to personal enmity rather than, saying that there is any sort of political motive involved. Let's listen to what the DMK has said.
State government, the DMK party is not allowing the police department to act freely and independently, right from the Thana level to DGP level. So imagine from January to till this date, around 500 people have been committed murder, 500 deaths. Out of 500, 100 people are from scheduled caste community. Can you imagine the plight of the voiceless people? So we need to understand the state intelligence has completely failed for the past 3 years, and the anti-social elements and the rowdy elements and the contract killers doesn't have any fear upon the government or the police or the chief minister.
Now, while DMK's ally Congress, who also, of course, lost data to lawlessness, has denied any sort of political angle but expressed concerns over the attacks, the opposition parties now have been relentless in their attack. While BJP chief Annamalai has called Tamil Nadu a capital of murders, the AIADMK has claimed that the law and order in the state is in shambles.
Talking politics, I am talking reality on television and papers. I think the government has failed to control the law and order problem in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is one of the worst states in the country for a law and order situation like this. Especially, it is stunning, it is scary that political leaders are targeted each and every day. And the government is watching this without taking any serious action. I think the Chief Minister has to take a proper responsibility on this and see that the police force work on this and give security to the common people of this country.
BJP wants to create a narrative that it is political murders and others. It is individual conflict also results to some murder of those kind of people who are involved in criminal activities and others. The Tamil Nadu police looks into it very seriously. Every murder is a very serious thing, but it should be sensitive, and we should be improving the situations whenever that police also has to act quickly, so resolve issues before it comes to this serious stage.
So viewers, through the course of the next half hour, let's try and decipher what's happening in Tamil Nadu. Are these murders political? Can the state really do much more? Are the opposition right really to say the law and order is in shambles? A. Saravanan of the DMK is joining us today on the broadcast. Kovai Sathyan of the AIADMK is also with us. We'll soon be joined in by Sumati Venkatesh. She's the state secretary of the BJP Tamil Nadu. Arun Ram, resident editor of Times of India in Chennai, is also with us on the broadcast. Opening this up with Mr. Arun Ram before this gets political. Mr. Arun Ram, you've, of course, seen the political dynamics of Tamil Nadu for years. And now, of course, you've seen the recent spate of murders as well in the state. When you look at politicians or somebody linked to politics being murdered, and this is almost now the 7th murder that has come to the fore, do you see a pattern here? And can, the opposition parties be blamed here to say, well, the law and order is in shambles, and to call these murders political in nature?
It's a fact that the law and order situation is a matter of public concern. And it's also posing a big political challenge for MK Stalin and the DMK government. There is no doubt that the image of the government is getting scarred because of these murders. Having said that, we don't yet know how many of them are political murders. When you define a political murder, that is one party henchmen of one party killing another. We really don't know. But it's a fact that politics and crime has been interwoven in the state, as it is in many other states for decades together. It's not just under this government, but in the previous governments also. So the criminal politician nexus continues to thrive. And it's a matter of concern that when the next assembly election is not too far away, these murders are going to be a big political issue that the government will have to face. But having said that, again, the problem is with every party. In this case, the three parties that have lost people are the Congress, the BJP, and the AIADMK. But the fact that every party has criminal elements. In fact, there is a sense of gradualism in all political parties in this part of the country, as it is in the north. You grow up in a party, you need to have either organizational skills, organizing skills, oratory skills, or you need to be a goon. So this is the fact with every political party. So you graduate from criminal activities if you don't have the other two skills or other three skills, and then you grow to a leadership level when you try to erase your criminal past. That has happened in every party. Some of the leaders have been able to manage their images later, but it has become a necessary evil for every political party to cultivate, to nurture these criminal elements. So I think we need to look at extricating those roots of crime in politics before we do anything. Also, I think the government, it's high time the government dealt with this with an iron hand, showing no partiality, action against if the DMK people or anyone is close to the ruling party is also involved, they have to crack down. It's not just they should crack down on criminal elements, it also has to be seen as the crackdown is being done.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take these 2 points across to the AIADMK, the BJP. First to the AIADMK, Mr. Sathyan here. Mr. Arun Ram says that up until now at least, and this is what the DMK has maintained, as far as their investigations has not revealed the involvement of any, politicians. Of course, the ones who are murdered, they do have political links. But as far as the murderers are concerned, they don't see any political enmity here leading to the crime. So why is the AIADMK jumping the gun on that front? And also, their DMK time and again has pulled out numbers. They've said, well, you have the NCRB data which shows that under Stalin, the crimes have only been reducing. So where does this charge of law and order completely collapsing come from?
The saying that it doesn't have any political angle or connection is the most absurd and insensitive comment. That's the best example of a knee-jerk reaction from an incompetent government. What happened to Armstrong? Just few days after Armstrong's murder, one of our party functionary in Salem was murdered in a broad daylight. The reason cited is he gave a tip to the police that one of the DMK functionary of that locality in Salem is peddling drugs. Last year, a journalist who was on a phone call with a policeman saying that there are people who are chasing him to murder him because he tipped the police on the drugs. He was murdered on a broad daylight. Every day, murder is happening on a broad daylight, which means that the organized crime network, the thugs, the goons, everybody gets a free run. And the police intelligence is remaining silent. And every trial, you name it, has one way or other has a link to DMK. Either it could be a DMK member or a person associated with DMK or somebody who is associated with the power cartels of the DMK. There's a 2,000 crore drug cartel lot. Is the NRI wing functionary of DMK. Name anything that shakes the conscience of a common man in Tamil Nadu. The names of DMK and the DMK members and DMK associates come out. Even in the case of Armstrong, one guy is said to be associated with the DMK legal wing. The weapons were hidden in the hideouts of the place where DMK members are there. Name anything. Is there a transfer? Even for 3 months ago, in Congress, district functionary in LA was murdered. Today, the inquiry is happening on a DMK functionary who is said to be closer to Appa, the speaker. He is a police transparent. Are they given the free hand to act according to the law? They are being made puppets in the hands of DMK's Stalin's regime. Are they being given the free hand? It requires a High Court judge to pass a comment to the Chief Minister seeking his attention to go visit Kalvarine Hills of the 69 people who lost their lives of the spurious liquor. Such is the plight. It's in shambles. The entire ecosystem is collapsed. And Mr. Stalin incompetence is costing big for a common man. Just 3 days ago on a broad daylight, a woman walking on isolated street in Salem, there is an attempt to murder on a broad daylight. Every day, every minute, a common man is living in fear in Tamil Nadu. Somewhere or other, there is a murder happening, and this political murder has become the new norm. In less than a month's time, it is now closing to 7 or 8 murders. And how do you want to call it?
Okay, so if you're outrightly calling them political, why do you think it's on the rise?
These
political murders, why do you think they're on the rise?
Won't the police have the knowledge or know-how that a person associated with a political outfit and who is holding a responsible position, could be in district level or could be in that panchayat or in the taluk level, won't they have any prior informations? Will the intelligence not work? Will the intelligence not tip them? What's happening in the state is a colossal failure of the entire system. And political functionaries are being targeted by this organized crime network of goons, thugs, and murderers who roam freely, brandishing knives and murdering a political personality.
Okay, let's get a response from the DMK. Let Mr. Saravanan come in. Saravanan, multiple charges have been leveled against you by the AIADMK. We've heard that, of course, through the course of the last couple of weeks. Your response, please.
Yeah. See, if any state government has the magic thing to wipe away murders, zero murders, has that ever happened in the entire country or anywhere else across the world? The crimes do happen. The question is, what is the response to the crime? Is the state government found wanting in that response? Is the police department found wanting in that response? Cite one case where the investigation is floundering. Cite one case where any of the members of any party is let off in spite of the evidence to the contrary. There is no such allegations. The opposition in the state of Tamil Nadu are trying to make headway. They are not able to attack the DMK party politically. That is the reason they are trying to create as though fear and terror are reigning on the streets of Tamil Nadu. That is not the situation. If you look at the number of, you rightly pointed out, the NCRB data. If you look at the data, NCRB data, the last 10 years, the murders in the state of Tamil Nadu, if you take from 2011, 1,747 murders, 2012, 1,806 murders, 2013, same number, 1,806. Again, let's come down, 2017, 1,466 murders, 2019, 1,678 murders, 2021, 1,597 murders, 2022, 1,597 murders, 2023, 1,590. This is what that has been happening in the state of Tamil Nadu for the last 15 years. ADMK was in power. So is this allegation leveled against the ADMK themselves? It is the ADMK party which was shielding the culprits. Pollachi sexual assault. The party members were involved. Lot of agitations went on. Then only they were arrested. Only after the investigation was handed over to the CBI. The people belonging to the ADMK were arrested. This is one aspect. The other aspect is...
You're establishing that in the past, under the AIADMK, the murders have been much higher in number. But, you cannot really... this cannot be a justification to the growing crimes. It needs to be contained. There needs to be, there needs to be your intelligence agencies that can prevent crimes as well.
Right.
And especially organized crimes. When you have gangs that are operating, who are going ahead and assassinating people, whether it's political or not, Mr. Saravanan, the state police and the intelligence should be acting. And it's not only after the murder. It should be even before the murder as well. Preventing a crime is more important.
Right. You are absolutely right. We can prevent the crimes. Organized. That's what I am pointing out here. See, any of these murders, whatever has happened, look at their past conduct of the persons who were murdered. One ADMK functionary, which he has said was murdered 2 days back at Puducherry. That was not in Tamil Nadu. He was involved in a murder case, which is pointed out by Mr. Edapadi Palaniswamy. Again, one was pointed out by Mr. Annamalai, one Selvakumar, a BJP functionary. He tried to dissolve. He tried to do away with a murder case. He spoke and intimidated the witnesses. And he was involved in 7 cases of grave nature. And he was murdered because of his meddling in another murder case where his rivals were involved. Everything is happening because of their rivalry. Political, not
Still
definitely
cannot,
there
it
is
still
no
sounds like
political
there's some
angle.
sort of a
Just a moment.
justification
Just a
coming in,
moment.
isn't it, Mr.
No, no, no.
Saravanan? When people
No, no,
are
no.
listening, it still
Deepak,
sounds
just a
like,
moment.
there's some justification coming to why they were murdered.
There is no justification.
We're
Deepak,
still
there
not
is no
discussing what the
justification.
police is doing to prevent them.
Yes, Deepak, that's what. There is no justification to crime. Nobody can justify a murder, that is a cold-blooded murder. The thing is this something which is happening for the first time in the state of Tamil Nadu? If so, if you say so, or if any of the opposition parties say so, then we'll agree. That is not the situation. That is why I told you the numbers. This is what.
No, but that's why the
regularly,
people rejected the AIADMK, went with the
You're
DMK, hoping
You're
that things
right.
improve. Mr.
You're
Saravanan,
right.
isn't
It has
it?
improved.
If people
It has
chose the
improved.
DMK, things should be improving.
Yes, it has improved. See, it has improved. That is what I'm telling you. I showed you the difference between the ADMK rule and the DMK rule. I'm challenging any of the opposition party leaders or any of the opposition party spokesperson to cite one case where a DMK member has been let off by the police. There is involvement, there is evidence, but the police has not acted because he is a DMK member. Cite one case. I can cite n number of cases against the ADMK. This is the difference.
Okay.
You asked me the difference. And one more point.
Okay,
The
okay.
most
Mr.
crucial
Sathyan
point.
wants to rebut. Mr. Sathyan wants to come in as well.
Deepak, 10 seconds to me.
Okay,
Just hold me.
Complete, Mr. Saravanan. Then I'll go to Mr. Sathyan. Complete.
Yes, and if you look at the BJP, do they have any moral right to make these allegations? Because they have all the rowdies, all the grave history-sheeted rowdies have been made to join BJP and they have been given important positions. Is this how you maintain law and order? Today, a BJP leader has been arrested for...
Okay, let them respond.
Take away an ATM,
Let them respond.
ATM
Mr.
machine.
Saravanan, you made a lot of allegations. Let both of them respond. I'll start with Mr. Sathyan.
Someone comes to the national channel and says the people who are murdered have series of allegations. They have a history, a criminal history behind them. So the basic fundamental question is, won't those kinds of people be under the radar of the police? Isn't it a colossal failure of your intelligence system hidden by MK Stalin? And what kind of reason is it? Just because they have a criminal background, somebody has a free run to go and murder them? A court has to intervene for the 69 lives lost in Kallakurichi because of the illicit liquor. Court is advising the chief minister, go visit Kalvarayan Hills and see what's happening there. And
Mr. Sathyan, I want you to rebut a couple of things that Mr. Saravanan says. He says that, if there was any DMK functionary involved in any sort of crime, the police have not let them off. There has not been any sort of differential treatment.
I gave an example.
No,
the Salem functionary of ADMK
respond to these specific
murdered.
aspects that he's spoken about.
Yeah, the Salem functionary of our party, AIADMK, Shanmugam, was murdered because he tipped that the DMK functionary is peddling drugs. He's a DMK functionary arrested so far. He's on the free run. 3 months ago, the Congress district functionary who was assassinated, who was murdered, the inquiry is happening on a DMK functionary who is close to the speaker. Has he been arrested? As a charge sheet is being filed. Our leader in the assembly asked the question, 2,000 people were caught with drugs. Why only 196 people were arrested? As per the law, all the 2,000 should be behind the bars. And what justification came from MK Stalin?
Okay.
He remained quiet. He remained silent.
I'll have Mr. Saravanan respond to that in specific. Let me also bring in. There are two aspects that, of course, you mentioned. I'll ask Mr. Saravanan to respond to both. Sumati Venkatesh of the BJP has been waiting patiently, listening to all the voices here on the panel. Let me bring her into the debate as well. Sumati, a direct charge coming on the BJP that, you have been inducting history sheeters into the party. And, the DMK also says you have no moral right to comment on the law and order situation.
See, not only in BJP, in any party you can search, many gangsters will be there, many rogues will be there. I am not admitting that we are making them to come and join. Those people, what Saravanan has told, many people have come only from DMK only. Even after that also they are coming, they are saying that they are what to say.
But what sort of a justification is that, Sumati Venkatesh, if they came from the DMK, but if you know that their background was a criminal and, they had a criminal background, you do have your own checks and balances in place, don't you? Or do you want a party just because they're coming from the DMK and you're not going to worry about what their background is going to be like?
Not that. We have dismissed many people actually, but many have told that they have been corrected their life and they are continuing. So for them, we are giving some opportunity. If they commit something, if we come across any such happening again,
Well, if they are in the AIADMK or the DMK,
definitely
they are criminals. But if they join the BJP, they completely get washed of all their crimes and they take corrective measures, and that's why the BJP accepts them. Is that the justification, really?
We are joining the party. We are making them to join the party only after they correcting their own life. They are asking for some opportunity. That's all. We are not giving any important positions for them actually. Even for this Armstrong case also, as Saravanan said, one Anjali is there. We happen to know that she is involved immediately. Not only immediately, the second when we came to know her that she has been dismissed. Actually, she was not involved in any of such activities after joining the BJP. This is the first one it has been happened. See, Saravanan is saying that all these political murders, what is happening in 24 hours, 3 murders have been happened. One from BJP, one from AIADMK, and one from Congress. All the three people are important people. One is a district wing secretary, the other one is a councillor from AIADMK, and the third one is their own alliance party, husband of the councillor, women councillor. All the 3 have been murdered within 1 day. He is saying that there is no any political background. Of course, I do agree that there is no any political background. It doesn't mean that where from they got so much of guts to kill a person, to attempt a murder in the middle of the road in front of everybody. In front of, though almost it's a very, what to say, in daylight, so many people are walking around.
Yes, that's where the question of, do criminals fear the police? Do they fear the government? Do they fear the law come into picture? Also, very important question that comes up is the corrective measures that the police are taking to prevent crimes as well. Coming back to Mr. Saravanan, Mr. Sathyan pointed out 2 instances where you had said that no.
Okay. For all these reasons is that.
Okay.
For all these main thing is that consuming of liquor and the irregular timing of the liquor shop, and above all these things, so much of drugs have been circulated all over the state. So this is not in the control. There is no law and order.
Liquor and drugs growing in the state, becoming a concern. Also adds the BJP, Mr. Saravanan, Mr. Kovai, Sathyan said that he pointed out a couple of instances where DMK functionaries are involved, but the police are not acting against them. The government is trying to shield them is the charge.
This is the first time they are making these allegations. This is the police in the state of Tamil Nadu does not differentiate between criminals, whoever they are, whichever party they are from. Irrespective of that, action is being taken. 1,600 murders so far these things have happened, and they are saying in this case and that case. I am assuring you, I am telling you on this show that Tamil Nadu police does not do that. They don't differentiate. They have always been given a free hand. Law and order is the most important aspect of the DMK's 3-year rule, last 3-year rule. See, the most important aspect is this. Now, the BJP and the AIADMK, they are raising the bogey of drugs, this false bogey of drugs. I point out that there is no drugs. There are no drugs that are manufactured in the state of Tamil Nadu. From where does these drugs come? The biggest gateway of these drugs is from Gujarat. Will the BJP go to Gujarat and talk about no drug policy? Will they say go to the Chief Minister of Gujarat and preach?
Okay.
Please don't allow any drugs through Mundra port.
Okay.
Will the BJP leader here or the spokesperson here have
Okay, Mr. Saravanan.
Will they be able to do
again,
that?
let's not deviate into what's happening in neighboring states. We were of course discussing law and order in Tamil Nadu, but at this point in time, the DMK vehemently maintains that the police is doing their job. There is no preferential treatment to any party or people, and if they are involved in crimes, there will be stringent action. But however, the BJP and the AIADMK, the opposition in Tamil Nadu, believes otherwise. Let's hope that the spate of crimes or murders, the government is able to put an end to it with the help of the police. With that, I'm thanking all the panelists on the show.